Here is the all-electric Ford Explorer, and we're going to take my gang on a big long road trip from London to Newcastle and beyond. Forgot the key. Excuse me, I think I'll drive.
No, I will.
Right, you okay in the back here?
Years ago, yeah.
Alright, it's going to be a long drive. Having previously driven all around Europe in an EV, we know Select Car Leasing will take any opportunity to set a challenge. And they dared me to do the 300-mile-ish drive to Whitley Bay near Newcastle on a single charge, in peak travel season, in freezing conditions. But would I get my tactics right? We'll also be popping back to my driveway. Yeah, it's a comfortable place. Shut up! Where I'll be reviewing the car and revealing all its handy features. So, who is our noble steed? The Ford Explorer, with a battery size of 77 kilowatt hours, giving it a 374 WLTP range. It has a top speed of 112 miles per hour and does 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.4 seconds. And arguably most importantly, it boasts a boot size of 450 litres with the seats up.
Oh, thank you very much.
And 1,422 with the seats down, meaning we had no problem squeezing 2 adults, 2 kids, 10 tons of luggage, and 1 egg-sucking renegade.
Taylor Swift's favourite cat may be banned from Britain.
AKA my dad, AKA Grandpa Tony. Julia, how is it in the back there?
Yeah, it's fine. Legroom's good. There's 2 car seats in here, so yeah, it's nice.
Before you start any electric road trip, make sure you have your induction from Jack.
When you're on a long road trip, my advice is to don't do sport. That uses up most of the energy. Eco, yes, because it saves its energy, and that's really good for a long road trip.
Good advice, Jack. So, we started in London, fully charged for the first leg of our trip to Northampton to pick up Grandpa Tony and some eggs. Are you ready, Dad?
As ready as I'll ever be.
So we grabbed some super slow but super cheap lecky at our pre-planned overnight stop. The next morning, we embarked on the long haul to Newcastle, knowing we could make it in one go. Love this, it tells you how far you can go on the state of charge, but also knowing the chances of no one needing a toilet break was slim to none. I picked out a few potential stops on the way using the mighty Zapmap app. Okay, so before you set off, just check your route and make sure you know where all the chargers are. Select the charger by type, so we don't want any slow chargers, we want 50 plus. These are all the chargers in the UK, oh there's so many, where we can stop on the way up to Newcastle. Oh, there's just more, they just keep appearing. Hundreds of chargers! Right, should we go? Are you ready? So we embarked on our mission, but back on the driveway in London. Hello and welcome to the inside of the Explorer. Let's explore what the Explorer's got to offer. First things first, let's talk about the party trick of the Explorer, and it is this screen. Move this little doodah here and your screen retracts to reveal a nice little cubby hole where you can stash stuff, and then pull it down there and it looks nice and slick. First impressions, I'm a big fan of this screen. Is it idiot proof? We're going to find out. It doesn't have many physical knobs and buttons, but push that, it turns up the radio, swipe that left and it turns it off. Also 2 cup holders here, but this is where it gets really interesting. Underneath here there is a ridiculous amount of storage space. With a little shelf here, you're going to put your key in there out of the way. Enough room for your husky or other things like maybe a laptop. So we're on our way to Wetherby. We know the chargers there are fast and that they work and that they have very good coffee. So that's our next destination. A super useful party trick worth knowing is the ability to precondition the Explorer's battery in order to charge as fast as possible when arriving at your pit stop.
So we're about 45 minutes away from our charging destination. We're currently able to rapid charge 52 kilowatts. But what we want to do is we're going to optimise that 88 kilowatts possible.
At Wetherby Motor Services, we were greeted by 29 high-powered chargers. So we've just been travelling for several hours and we're at about 50% battery. We don't need to charge, but there are loads of chargers here. We needed to stop to get a coffee, so I thought might as well.
Charging using 100% net zero energy.
I can't find my drink.
That sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like a you problem.
With a handy 10% top-up, we pushed further north. We arrived in Whitley Bay with plenty of range to spare and in time for a stunning sunset and big Geordie hugs all round.
Hey! Hello, Granny!
So there we go, we made it with more than 25% left in the battery. after driving for over 5 hours.
That was a long drive, but like I say, the Ford Explorer had no problems whatsoever.
It had been a while since I'd been in Whitley Bay and was pleasantly surprised by just how many chargers had popped up, and on people's homes too.
Oh man, I got my new trainers wet.
But enough of that. How premium is the interior?
I'm really enjoying the design. It's nice and smooth, everything works. Ford have done a good job here. You've got this sound bar across the front as well for even better sound system, and this kind of carbon fibre effect. And let's have a look. Oh yes, glove box, enough room for your duct tape. Even the seats look good and feel good. You know, it's a comfortable place. Shut up. It's comfortable as well. Oh, nice. Shut up. Oh, and these integrated headrests make the car and these integrated headrests also make the car feel that little bit more premium. By the way, look at that panoramic roof. That is mega.
Now, if you're wanting to know how the Explorer handles, I'm sorry to say that I wasn't throwing my dad, wife and children violently around corners. Well, apart from this one. But my point being, we're rating this car on its comfort and security, which was well reviewed by the whole family.
What do you think? Very good.
Do you want an egg?
Thank you.
That's mine. It's my egg. Overall, I highly rate this car if exploring is high on your agenda. A quick wrap up of the return leg goes like this. Now, it's a lovely start to the day weather-wise, but battery-wise, we messed up. Unfortunately, we were unable to use our neighbour's 7 kilowatt charger overnight, having to resort to a much slower 3-pin plug, meaning we didn't leave fully charged, and another stop at Wetherby became necessary. If you do find yourself caught short in this manner,
Right, coffee time.
here are some top tips to make sure you make it to your next charger comfortably. Make sure your tyres are pumped up to the correct PSI. And remember that harsh acceleration, late braking and pumping up the heat will affect your range. So a light foot and a heavy jumper will help you go a long way. And of course, use your trusty power card. So I highly recommend getting one of these. It means that you can have faff-free charging on the public network. And remember, charge when you can, not when you have to. And if there is a socket free, go for it. So I grabbed more super slow but super cheap lecky from our other pre-planned overnight stop at my sister's. Thanks, Kerry and Pete. Charging is as easy as ABC. Always be charging.